Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Breaking news. Protesters storm police headquarters Abuja. Airport #protest resumes. Hey, my people, we move. Somebody say we move. How are you doing today? Hope you're well, looking after yourself. A very warm, big thank you to every one of you out there. We know what happened with Endsars and how the government of Nigeria showed us that they don't have an ear that listen. Anyway, the police headquarters in Abuja has been stormed today as we speak. Protesters are out there. Endsars continue because we've not heard of any reform being said by the government that they were going to be doing. Let's get straight into the news and get all the details. Protesters storm police headquarters Abuja. Airport as Endsars protest resumes. The Endsars protest has resumed in Abuja with the protest taken to the force headquarters Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. The protest resumed on Sunday with leading activists Omoyele Sowore, Deji Adeyeju, and Sunday Said Usman leading the change. According to those who reacted to the development, the protest in Lagos will commence on the day the candlelight for those who lost their life during the protest, especially at the Lekki toll gate, is held. The Abuja protest on Sunday started at the NAIA, where the protesters painted the road Endsars symbol on the road in red paint. Though there were attempts by officers and men of Nigerian force on guard to stop them from painting the road, the protesters stood their ground. They then moved to the force headquarters where they did the same. A key member of the protesters on Twitter handle, "Today we went to the airport to paint our message on the road so everyone leaving and entering Abuja can see it. If Abuja don't tire, go Sabah." At police headquarters. In a reply to the post, Don Dino tweets, "Lagos protests shall begin the night we turn up the candlelight for the patriotic ones who lay down their lives on this Endsars protest. Justice for Iso lost." Another Twitter handler added, "I love that. If Abuja tire, we go Sabah. Meanwhile, we should have done this while protest began. Paint the roads, the streets everywhere with Endsars. Now we move." So my people, this is what is happening now as we speak. Endsars protest has commenced. And guess who is leading the pack this time? Yes, so your very own brother Omoyele Sowore is the one leading the pack. You know, we presented you with a news saying Banky W has said, he said, what, Nigerian government has shown us ways that don't work, what we should do for them, for them not to answer. And guess what? We learned our lesson. Right now, we paint the road. We show everyone coming into Abuja and going out that indeed Endsars protest has commenced. They need to see what is going on in Nigeria. Endsars protest is a reality. It is a reality. The labor of our heroes past, those who lay down their life on account of Endsars, must not go unrewarded. Again, we saw what happened in this country when not even the president of the country had a clue that the Americans were on their soil. My people, is there anybody in Aso Rock? That's the main question we are asking today. Are you sure there is anybody whatsoever in Aso Rock? Because the indications do not give us that impression or narrative. It rather says something else, that nobody is there, that this country is being piloted by some group who have used Buhari as a figurehead. This is what is happening now in our country. Endsars protest has begun, and in case you don't know, it is live and direct as we speak now. they are in Abuja, and Omoyele Sowore, our very own Omoyele Sowore, has resumed the protest. And remember, it's an American citizen, so Nigerian military and what have to be very careful. You saw the way they came into the country, sleek. They came unnoticed, unaware. Before you know it, they have done their due diligence, taking the person that needs to be saved and rescued. Nigerian government, no clue. They saw it on CNN. That's the country that we are in, and they claim they have intelligence. Oh, I beg your pardon. What intelligence? There is no such thing like intelligence in this country, because it's been shown again and again that is like a man who is flexing his muscle on his dear wife. An abusive man cannot go outside and fight his own mate, but he will come home and be threatening the life out of his wife and children, making them feel like is the head and putting, pressure on the family. But guess what? That same person cannot go outside and face his counterpart. No, he can't. Why? He is someone who has no liver, but at home he begins to flex his muscle. This is what is happening right now. Omoyele Sowore is leading the pack, and don't forget, Americans are watching. So this time the volume is getting louder and the stage is getting set. We are going to be seeing what will be happening in the few days to come. Apple Line Media, we keep you up to date. I tell you, we keep you up to date. We're going to be seeing, because they've never seen this coming before. We presented you a news where Banky W said it is time for us to move. One of the governors in Rivers State, Governor Newsom Wike, he made a statement. He said Nigerian government has to be very careful. How did the youth coordinate themselves? No one had an intelligence. There was nobody who knew what was happening. All of a sudden, across the state, we just saw Endsars across the state, all over the country. How did it happen? My dear, you guys are watching and it is going. This is what is happening now. Reality on ground. Endsars protest has begun again. And this time they have gone there to the police headquarters, blocked. Airports blocked. So everybody can see and know exactly the oppression that is going on needlessly in our country. Our country government is like they have no regard for life or plan for their citizen. Of course, that's the obvious fact. No regard for life, no plan for the citizen. So they just go about and intimidate the very people that they pledged, they swore, they took an oath of office to protect. But guess what? The youths are rising up. Is it that they meet the points agendas, or is it that 5 or nothing? That's the new point now. They need to fulfill our points agenda. And when we leave there, we move on, and we move as a one unit, as a one pack, and we go on to make further demands, because this country has to change. The narratives have been, the whole world is watching right now, seeing what is going on in Nigeria. Even CNN had to interview the governor of Lagos State. The person that lied to us that nobody died admitted on CNN that at least 2 people died. So the news is coming up, and the game is getting hotter. We are seeing what is happening in a couple of days. Apple Line Media will keep you up to date. Guys, leave us a comment. Let's hear your thoughts. God bless you. Have a good day. Bye for now.